Hi, this is Joe Smith, Supply and Equipment Coordinator with the Orange County Fire Authority. Welcome to the EMS Section's Target Solutions Screencast tutorial. I'd like to take a few minutes to do a quick overview of Target Solutions. I'll talk about what it is, how to find it, how to navigate it, and what it can do to help meet your online training needs. So what is Target Solutions? It's basically a software-based training and records management system. The OCFA uses this to schedule and assign some of our important and sometimes required training. It allows the OCFA to provide online courses. It ensures accountability and gives the OCFA a mechanism to capture and track who's completed a course and who hasn't. It helps the organization track the status of things like Cal-OSHA compliance training, things like infectious disease control training. Our human resources section uses it for required training such as sexual harassment training, and in the EMS section we use it for continuing education training. Target Solutions is web-based, so it benefits the end user. That's people like me and you, firefighters, EMTs, paramedics, by providing the flexibility to log in from anywhere, from any computer, to complete a course at your own pace. You can do it when it's convenient for you, where it's convenient for you. You can check the status of your required training. You can see what assignments you've completed. You can see what assignments you still need to complete. You can print your course completion records for a course you have already taken. It keeps track of where you are in the course and how much you've completed, so you can easily end your session at any time. It'll automatically bookmark your place, and you can pick up right where you left off at any time. So how do you get there? The easiest way to get there from within the Inside OCFA homepage is to go to the EMS team site. You can see across the top of the page there's a number of tabs: Inside OCFA, Search, Resources, Calendars, and then Operations. If you hover your cursor over Operations and then hover down and then hover your cursor over to Emergency Medical Services, click that link and that will take you directly to the EMS team site. Once you're in the EMS team site, over on the right-hand side of the screen, you can see under where it says Continuing Education Opportunities, a link called Target Solutions. Click that link, and it will take you to the login screen for Target Solutions. Enter your username. Your username will be your 4-digit employee ID number, and your password will be OCFA until you go in and change that. Enter the information, and click Login. Once you're logged into Target Solutions, you can see that the page is basically broken up into 3 different areas. There's an area there where it says Welcome, and then it says Assignments, another area where it says Announcements, and then another one that's called Applications. So under Assignments, you can see that there's a list of classes, and it's basically just showing me 6 of 38. Basically, the area here that I'm concerned with the most is where it says either All Assignments or History. So if I look in All Assignments, it'll show me a list of all of the assignments that are assigned to me, and that doesn't necessarily mean that these are all required training. It just means that they're assignments that I have an opportunity to take if I'm looking for additional CEs. And you can see that the assignments that have a little blue box next to them says TS, and that just means Target Safety, and then the boxes that are red that says CA, that means Custom Activity. That's something that the OCFA put together. If you look across the columns across the top of the assignments, you can see there where it says Type, and then it will list the name of the assignment, the start date, the due date, the status, and then Details. If I hover my cursor over Details, you can see where it says View Details, and then I can click that link, and it will provide me with some details on that particular assignment. The registration date, it'll tell me how long the class is. The suggested start date, it will tell me the date that it's completed. It'll tell me the number of times I accessed that particular assignment, my final score, and the total time that I spent on that assignment, and then the number of times I've taken the test. And then if I want to go back, simply hit the back button. There I can see all of my assignments again. So now I'm going to go back to the home page. And then from the home page, I've looked at all my assignments, and now I want to look at the history of the work that I've done. So I can click History. So then I can go back and look at a history of all of the classes that I've taken. I can look at the type of class that it was, the name of the class, the date that I completed it, and then under the details you can see that I have 3 icons. If I hover my cursor over here, I can view the details, I can open up certificate options, or I can look at my course evaluation or fill out a course evaluation. So I want to view the details of this particular course. So I click that link, and I can see there that I registered for that class on August 16th. The duration of the class was 1 hour. It tells me what the start date was, the date that I completed it, number of times I accessed it. I accessed it 5 times. My final score was 100%, and the total time that I spent on it was 29 minutes. And then the number of times I took the test was 1. And then for the purposes of this tutorial, I'm just going to start again from the home page. I'm going to view the history again. And then once again, I can view details, certificate options. I can always come back here at a later date if I needed to print my certificate. Click that icon, and then from here I can either view or print the certificate. And there you can see the certificate of completion, and I can print that if I need to. Again, I'm going to start back at the home page. So that's a quick overview of the assignments. Over on the right hand side here you can see where it says announcements, and that's just an area where if the OCFA wanted to put a special message there for whatever reason, they could use that area for that. Currently it doesn't look like it's being used for anything. I'm going to scroll down a little bit and look at the Resource Center. And once I'm in the Resource Center, this is basically an area where the OCFA can put files attached to target safety courses, target safety information, videos, and things of that nature. I'll go back to the home page. So that's just a quick overview of the basic components to the page itself. Now I'm going to look at what I would do if I wanted to take one of these classes. I'm going to go to All Assignments, and you can see here I have a list of classes that I can take. So I'm going to open up one of the classes that I've already taken just to keep the tutorial moving. You can see here EMS Thoracic Emergencies Basic. You can see here that I've already started the class, and if I hover over this I can see the details of this, but for right now I think I'm just going to open this. So then this page opens up and I can view a short introduction to target solutions from here, and you might want to take the time to do that, but for the purposes of this tutorial I'm not going to do that. So you can see here when I open the course, on the left hand side of the screen I've got a table of contents that's displayed. Under the table of contents, looks like there's 13 lessons within this one course, starting with anatomy of a thorax, and it ends with a summary. So I can skip to any of those anytime I want to skip to that particular lesson within the course. Underneath that you can see where it says ask a question, notes, about this course, settings, and help. Those are all tabs. If I want to ask a question, I open that up, I put my cursor there, I can type whatever question I want and then submit that. Under notes I can open that, put my cursor here or wherever and start typing notes as I move through the course, and I can save those notes. About this course just gives me some basic information about the course, then what the course is about, the duration of the course, the audience, prereqs, and whatnot. Settings will give me some information about the basic settings and turning flash on and off. I can turn flash on if I want to listen to the audio and video portion of the course, or I can turn flash off and I can get through the course without any of that being turned on. Help just gives me some basic information about the course itself and what the buttons do. So there in the bottom you can see a yellow taskbar where it says 100% complete, and that's just 100% complete because I've already completed this course. If I was just starting this course, that taskbar would be somewhere between 0 and 5%, maybe 10%. And what that status bar does is it tells me how much time I've spent in the course and how close I am to being done. The software is really good about keeping track of how much time you've spent completing the course. That mechanism is there so that it keeps people from moving too quickly through the course and just scrolling from one page to the next to get to the test at the end. So it will definitely know how much time you've spent completing your test, getting through the material, and then completing your test at the end. So that pretty much takes care of that area, the tabs underneath the table of contents. Moving into the introduction itself, introduction to the course. Talks about some course highlights, some quick bullets there. There's an arrow button there you can see where you can open up and watch a video about thoracic emergencies. I'm not going to do that right now, I'm just going to keep moving through here. But you can watch that video if you like, and then when you're done watching that, whenever you're ready, hit the forward button and that'll take you to the next slide. It talks about some course objectives. And I can always go back if I miss something by pushing the back button. So I'm reading the anatomy of a thorax. I'd read through that information, some more information, case study information. I would be reading some information about rib fractures, signs and symptoms. And I get to a part here where it has a study exercise, and basically what it's going to do is just review my retention of the material that I just read. So it'll ask a random question. The question here is, rupture of the aorta is associated with fracture of which of the following? So let's just say I didn't read very well and I didn't retain that, and I'm going to answer the question incorrectly. And it tells me, incorrect, please try again. And then I'm going to go back and read about it, and then I'm going to come back to this page and answer the question correctly. Correct. I can move forward. So as I'm scrolling through here, I'm reading about this, and I'm just going to breeze through all of these pretty quick here. Once I think I've got all the right answers, I'm going to check my answers. Tells me that I've done excellent work, and I can keep moving. So it's just kind of checking the status of what I've read and my ability to retain what I just read, and that I'm actually paying attention to the material. So I'm going to move forward, some more information, and my answer is going to be D. It's correct. I'm going to move forward. And then once I've completed all of those little exercises as I move through the material, I come to the end and it comes to the page where it says exam agreement. So it tells me that I've successfully gone through all of the material, I've answered all the questions appropriately, and now I can take the test. I understand, and then I want to continue forward. And here's my test. And you can see there that I've got 100%. I want to continue. Now I have an opportunity to rate the course. This was excellent. Submit. Now we get to the end of the course where I can either print or view my certificate. I'm going to go ahead and view it. And there it is. I'm all done. Quickly go back to the home page. I'm going to look at my history, and I want to look at there where it says EMS Thoracic Emergency Basic. It tells me my completion date, which is 3/6/12. That's the date that I made this tutorial. And then I can look at the details. I can view the details. I can view my certificate options, which involves printing or viewing, course evaluation, and then the notes that I took on the course. Okay, so that pretty much covers our walkthrough of how to complete a course within Target Solutions. It should be pretty easy. It's not something that you're going to be able to get through quickly. If the time for the course says that it should take an hour, it should take you an hour, and actually the course, the way the software is developed, that it knows how much time you've spent on that. So there's no way to shortcut that. There's a lot of good information in there. If you have problems logging in, printing out certificates or anything like that, please feel free to give me a call in the EMS section. You can also call Nancy Patrick. She'll be able to help you. There's a lot of help within Target Solutions under the help area. There's some video tutorials in there and a lot of really good information to help get you through just about any problems you might have using the software. One more thing I wanted to cover before I get out of here is an area that within our EMS team site under the frequently asked questions that addresses issues with Target Solutions, and I'll just quickly go there right now. And then again from the home page, getting to the EMS section's team site, tabs across the top, we're just going to hover over here, drop down and hover here, come across, click right there. That takes you to the EMS team site. Scroll down to the links area within the team site and look for the FAQs. FAQs. Click that, and in here, amongst a lot of other frequently asked questions that we get in the EMS section, I addressed a lot of the Target Solutions questions here. So if you look for Target Solutions, login and certificate printing issues, open that, and then you can take a read through how to log into Target Solutions. There's a link directly to Target Solutions from there as well, and then how to print your certificates and just some basic information on Target Solutions, and then a contact number for Target Solutions as well. So anyway, I hope that was worth your time. I hope it was helpful. Like I said, if you have any problems, we're always here and available for you, and we'll be happy to help you in EMS. Thank you.